Hello everyone, I'm Helvetica, and welcome again to Helvetica Gaming. Today, I'm doing a short PvP video for Civil War. I am playing as a Vanguard and Tank spec. One thing to note is I am currently in my PvE raiding tank spec. I was too lazy to swap back for this. Also, I am not in that high of PvP gear, but this video is not about me showing you how much awesome damage it did and how much awesome protection I had for this round. This is mostly showing the strategy behind it, what I decided to do and when. So, here we go. First up here, you see I was on the point, decided to skip it and try to stun both of these guys to keep them off, to see if we had long enough time to get it, because they only had 2 people pushing mid to start. I used my shorter stun on this first guy, hopefully trying not to hit his resolve bar, but it seems the other teammate already had a stun on him, and he was able to break it and hold us from getting the point. So, we're going to have a big battle here, and I'll interject if I feel the need to say anything. Now we do have 2 tanks and 1 healer here in the middle, so it's going to be really hard for them to break us. Basically the whole point is a tank is just watch your healer, keep people off them, taunt them as much as possible, and just try to keep them alive and you'll never die. Also notice, if I find somebody low on health, I am focusing them down if there's no other high priority target like a healer or somebody on our healer. Because the sooner you get someone out of the fight, the less damage overall is going to be done.
An ally is unbeatable.
Also note how I keep my camera position most of the time so that I can see who's coming and who's going. I try to keep very aware of my surroundings and not get tunnel visioned on certain guys. Now we get lucky here, and apparently this Battlemaster Womp guy doesn't feel like stopping us from getting it, so we managed to take middle point here. Now notice there I keep switching left to see if that sorcerer is going to try to heal that guy, because even if you have a DPS spec person, as long as they have the ability to heal, that you should be using it, because you're going to keep your guys alive longer. That guy decided not to, so we had nothing to worry about.
An ally is unbeatable.
Now I notice we have a bunch pushing left, and we have someone calling out for help, so I'm just trying to delay this guy as long as possible, because we do have 3 over and they should be able to hold for a bit. There's no need to rush directly to the point. If you can hold someone else off from being there, there's less AoE going around, less focus firing on your guys. And there I thought that guy, I saw someone stealth, but apparently when that guy released Med Center, his body appeared for a second. Now you notice I said earlier try to kill people low health, and I decided not to attack that Marauder over there. The main reason behind that is most Marauders, when they get to low health, they have a cooldown that makes them take almost no damage for a few seconds. And I just, assume they're going to pop it when they get low health. So as soon as they get really low, if I see them pop it or feel like they're going to, I'll switch to somebody else for a few seconds just to not waste any damage. Now I decided not to take the shortcut over this time because I wanted to try to flank somebody here and catch them before they get to the point, but I was a few seconds behind and they managed to get there and start taking out everyone else. Over here we have 3 guys attacking our only healer, so I popped my AoE stun. I'm trying to pick off the 2 stronger people of their team here. Now it's assumed stronger people. One of them has a Battlemaster title, so they're not just like good, but it does mean they at least have the ability to get good gear. Also, that guy was on the point there for quite a while. I chose to ignore him for most of it because there was no way he was going to cap it. We had 4 people there ready to attack him, and we might as well just kill the guy we were on first and then hit him in the last second. Because every second he spends activating the point, he wastes damaging us, and he's just completely useless. Just regrouping, and I'm trying to catch vision on where everybody's going, just so we know where the next attack's going to be. And I decided to wait here because I've only seen 2 guys go by and I didn't want to start rushing and flanking with them left. And it turned out to be a good decision because they both came back and pushed middle right now with 5. If I went out there by myself, I would have been out of range of the healer and the other tank here, and I probably would have died. We'd have less defending. Once again, they're focusing on our healer. Want to just do whatever you can to keep him off. Taunts, stuns, anything you can do.
Immortal.
Now we have 3 guys here, 2 tanks and a healer. We managed to hold off 5 of their team until we got some backup. That's the spread of the healer-tank combo. If they all focus on the healer and you keep taunts up on him, the healer's never going to go down because it's 50% damage reduction from guard and 30% from taunts. As long as there's not, you know, 2 marauders or someone else with a really quick cast interrupt on them and constantly interrupting them, they should be able to stay alive.
Is unbeatable. Ally is invincible. Imperial vessel is taking damage.
Both decide to pull that guy off at the same time, and he takes a little trip bouncing around. There, I'm just taking one last check to make sure none of those guys that were heading that way pushed back mid. Otherwise I would have stayed up top. It's always good to be paying attention to what's going to be happening and where you're leaving, and not just focusing on, hey, I need to get to left and defend it. Always make sure you turn around and see what's going on. Also, I like to keep my camera zoomed out as far as possible just because it gives you a better overview of the battlefield. Notice here I turn around and run away from this healer so I can try to get a storm off to break it, but for some reason it doesn't work. I tried to harpoon him too, and it went on cooldown but didn't pull him, even though he didn't have resolve, so who knows. But as a Vanguard tank, you have an extreme amount of interrupts. You have your 6-second normal interrupt, you have your storm which interrupts, you have harpoon to pull somebody which interrupts. You have your regular 4-second stun and you have your AoE stun. So you can lock down a healer very well as a tank, especially as a Vanguard. And that's what your focus should be if need be. Interrupt everything. Even DPS if they have no healers around. Use your normal interrupt, use your storm, use your harpoon. So every little less damage taken is less that needs to be healed and less people have to worry about. Now here, I'm about to storm to this guy as soon as it comes off cooldown, but my mouse decides to freak out, and I completely lose track of where I am. I'm extremely disoriented, and that guy notices me and stuns me. Now, I could have broken out of it here, but if you can see in the top there, they're already on the point. I would have wasted my CC break, and they would have gotten it anyway, so I decided to save it in case I needed it there.
He has captured the gun battery.
Another thing is, once this first guy is dead, I don't really try to kill anybody here, I just try to harass them and try to get them attacking me, because I can take a lot more damage than the rest of the team. And they have their entire team pushing this direction, so I know I'm not going to survive anyway. My job as tank and tank spec here is to survive as long as possible and keep them busy. Because the 2 guys we had defending left, if you're watching the map, they start pushing right as soon as they died. So if you see here, they have 6 guys on me, on the 3 of us here, while we have 2 guys pushing right, and they can have at most 2 defending. So we have another guy who died. So we managed to hold off 6 guys there and keep them very busy. And I gauge the situation, see they still only have 2 at right. So I call out for a push to right, and we manage to take it. Also, I want to point out this team is not the best team I played against. There's at least 2 people who are completely oblivious, because you see there's 2 enemies there, and unless they had a really good stun rotation there, we managed to take the point without them seeing. However, even if they hadn't noticed, we would have taken it, because you'll see they have no reinforcements coming anytime soon. You're not allowed to stealth from me, Marauder.
Keep that firepower coming!
Yeah, here's a reason why I usually try to ignore them for the last few seconds of their life there. When your normal couple thousand damage hits start hitting for 14, you know you should not be attacking that guy. Another good reason that your camera zoomed out here a lot is you can easily see what's going on in the middle before you come around. I was able to pick out 2 guys and knew what I was getting into when I jumped over. And since we're pretty much guaranteed to win at this point, we're just trying to pick off like an extra kill or 2. So I'm going to wait here for somebody to get here and just pull them down when I think they can stand up top there and be all happy all by themselves. And out of nowhere comes a sentinel. I had just been looking that direction, there was no one there. Yeah, that about sums up this match. We take it pretty convincingly, about 210-0. At this point, you're a guaranteed win. Just try to get whatever you can, get some extra medals, you know, pad your meters. Try not to die. Anyway, thank you for watching. I expect to have some more PvP videos up in the future. Let me know what you think about them, any suggestions for improvement, anything you want to see, ideas for future videos, any comments or criticisms. Alright, thank you for watching.